All right, so when I was in the process of getting back together with my big ex the second time that we broke up, there were actually a few things that I saw that led me to now see pretty clearly that, hey, we were wanting to get back together. She was definitely wanting to get back together with me, but she was scared, of course. That's what this video is going to be all about. Hey there, it's Clay. Once again, I found this old journal that detailed the experience that I had during the second breakup that my big ex and I had. Just going through this, knowing what I know now, it's actually interesting to see some of the signs that, hey, she actually wanted me back. If I can see this in my old self, maybe you might be able to see this in your current situation with your ex, or whatever your current love life situation might be. But let's go ahead and get into this. So the first thing is that she was talking to other people about us and about our relationship and about her confusion with our relationship. You know, she had recently joined the Episcopal Church. You know, I'd gone there with her, sometimes over the summer before I went away to study. So the pastor there knew both of us. And he was this sort of elderly guy. I think he was maybe in his 60s or 70s at the time, named Father Tom. And she would go ahead and talk to him once in a while, and she let me know that she was talking to him. Hey, like, what do you think I should do about Clay? Like, hey, I think I have some mixed feelings about him and all of that. So she was looking for help about all of this. And, you know, he said that, hey, you know, you broke up with him, so you should be the one that goes back to him. Like, it's your turn. It's your turn to make the move. But whether it's some sort of, you know, religious figure, or whether it's, someone else, some friend, some family member, or anything like that, in your ex's life, if they're talking about you with them and even your relationship with them, then it shows that they're like really torn about all of this, and they're trying to make sense about what they should do next. They're trying to get some sort of outside feedback to help them make this decision because they don't know exactly what they want. There's a part of them that wants to say, yes, let's go ahead and get back together. But there's another part of them that says, hey, I don't know if this is safe. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this choice or something in the long run. If your ex is talking about you and the relationship with other people, then hey, you know, that's a sign that they actually want you back, but they're scared and don't know how to do this. They don't know what the next move should be. They don't know if this is something you want or anything else like that. That's sign number one. Sign number two is if they leave the door open for the two of you to actually get back together. I knew that my ex had left me and gotten together into a rebound relationship with her brother's friend. That was difficult, of course, but after we had started to spend a little bit of time together, she started to make it clear that the door was open for us to get back together. She started talking about how she didn't like him for a lot of different reasons, how he had certain personality faults, like he was a nihilist, he didn't believe in anything, he was an atheist or something, he had these insecurities, he had issues with his dad, he was, you know, overcompensating for things, trying to seem macho, and really he's just some insecure whatever, all that sort of stuff. And so this was her basically like clearing the path for me to move in and say, hey, let's get back together. She was afraid to stick her neck out there and say it herself, but she was just basically letting me know that, like, hey, I'm not seeing him anymore, I don't like him anymore, all that sort of stuff. And so that's definitely a sign that your ex is wanting to get back together, but they're scared. They don't know how to make this move, and so they're hoping that you do it if they just sort of put enough hints out there that, hey, there's an open path for us to get back together. So if you know that there's some sort of obstacle and they're doing what they can do to sort of lower that obstacle, whether it's a rebound relationship, distance, whatever, that's definitely a sign that they want you back. Number three here is that they doubt their own self-value, or they doubt themselves, they doubt their value as a partner, all that sort of stuff. Many times I'll hear people talk about their partner and how their partner seems to have low self-esteem. Either the client will just say, hey, Clay, yeah, my ex has low self-esteem, or they'll just be like, yeah, my ex has these sorts of things, like, you could do better than me, I'm no good, all that sort of stuff. These are a sign that your ex wants to get back together with you because they're essentially putting you above them. They're saying, like, hey, I suck for these reasons. Maybe they feel guilty about breaking up with you. Maybe they just don't think that they're a good person for all sorts of complicated reasons or whatever. But if they look up to you, then they do want to get back together with you. They're just having a difficult time giving themselves permission to do that. And especially low self-esteem can often hold them back from taking a chance and doing something that they might be scared of anyway. Because, like, if you think that you're a piece of trash or something like that, and you want to be in a relationship with someone, it's going to be hard for you to say, hey, do you want to be in a relationship with me? I'm a piece of trash, right? Like it's going to be more difficult than if you say, hey, I'm a good person. I value myself. I have these qualities. Do you want to be in a relationship with me? So if they have low self-esteem, of course, they probably are going to be much more likely to be scared to stick their neck out there and to do something that actually seems like a risk to them. But if that's the case, then they probably also do look up to you, and they probably also do value the connection that you have, and maybe even want to get back together with you. Number 4 here is that they let you know that the path is clear. They're ending rebound relationships. They're basically leaving the door open. They're saying like, hey, yeah, like we should go ahead and do this sometime. We should go do this next month. Like it'd be really great to just have a drink with you, or to just catch up sometime. Basically, if they're just like leaving the door open for you to say, yeah, that sounds nice. Are you free to do it on this date or on this time or something like that? That's going to let you know that they're leaving the door open, and that they're probably hoping that you take a step forward and come forward again. Because again, they're probably scared to stick their neck out on the line and say, hey, I made a mistake. I want to get back together with you. Can we be in a relationship again? So they're basically going to try to open the door, hoping that you come a little bit closer, or that you take the initiative in some sort of way. But they're basically saying, hey, I like you. I want to spend time with you. I want to be closer to you in some way. So there it is. Do you want to spend time with me this weekend? Do you want to go do this thing? Do you want to go to that festival? Do you want to go to that concert? Do you want to go to this whatever? And then the 5th thing here is that they try to convince you that things are going to be okay. That's to say, the two of you obviously broke up for some reason or other. Again, I don't know what it was. A lack of trust, some sort of cheating, some sort of conflict where you're fighting all the time. I can probably tell what it was on a deeper level. That's to say, the two of you weren't on the same team, didn't communicate clearly, or had a lack of trust. But in terms of the specific way that it manifested itself, I don't know. There's lots of different reasons why relationships break up, but really it's those 3 things. But basically, if they're doing something to let you know that, hey, we can handle this. Hey, yeah, I know that we've had troubles before, but we can make this work. That is them letting you know that they want to get back together with you, but they're trying to, play it slow. They're trying to play it cool. They're waiting for you to make that first move. They're waiting for you to do the next thing. And like this really showed up for me with my ex because, around the time that we got back together again, she was finishing up community college, and she was going to go to, finish up the last 2 years of her degree at another university, and it was going to be kind of far away. It's only about 100 miles away from where I lived, but, as someone who didn't have a car and I had to take a Greyhound bus to go see her, it was a sizable distance. Definitely took some effort to go see each other for sure. She was really good about letting me know that, hey, we can make this work. Yeah, it's all right if we see each other, every other weekend or something like that. Like we can, you can come out and see me. I can go see you. It's totally fine. We can make this work. And, it doesn't have to be that obvious, but if, your ex is letting you know that, hey, things can work between the two of us, then that's a great way and a great sign that, hey, they actually do want to get back together with you. They're just scared to make that move. So all of this is really about like where your ex is at. Now, if your ex isn't in a place where they're putting a lot of these signs out and letting you know that, hey, I'm interested in you and I want us to get back together, then you might be like, oh, okay, Clay, well, that all sounds fine and everything, but that's not where my ex is at. So what I want you to do is to recognize that you actually have power to influence how your ex perceives you and how the two of you connect. And the stronger the two of you are actually able to connect, the more they're going to want to get back together. So the more the two of you connect, the more you might start to see some of these signs in place. So the real question is, how do we connect better? How do we actually create a more meaningful connection between ourselves and our ex so that we can create this great relationship that we know is possible? And that's where our course called the X Solution Program really comes into play. It's designed to help you to navigate your ex's emotional world through their 5 stages of getting back together, their confusion, their doubt, their resistance, all that sort of stuff, and to help you to use what we call advanced relational skills to create a strong emotional bond with them. You can go ahead and find this course over at modernlove.life/ESP. There's also a link for it down in the description box below. Just go ahead and click on that link and check it out. And if it seems like it's a good fit for you, you're more than welcome to sign up. If it's not right for you, that's totally okay as well too. But, I do want to help you to create that bond and connection if that is something that you want. So go ahead and check it out over at modernlove.life/ESP or in the link down below. Anyway, thanks so much. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time.